Ma'am, this is Jyotika. Yeah, so we can officially start. I'll just give a proper introduction and then we can hand it over to you, ma'am. So good evening, everyone. This is Jyotika Anil, Secretary of Sicasa Trivandrum branch. And today we'll be having the third session of the Alumni series, a collaborative series, through which every C aspirant will be given an opportunity to have access to the best faculties for their preparation strategies for the upcoming examination. And honestly, it's a very great honor and a very great pleasure to have CA Revati ma'am amongst us today. I've never had the opportunity to attend her classes, but I've been always really admired that the way she carries herself through all classes, and it's truly admirable to see her again. And also, she's known to be a supporter for every single student, not only through her classes, but also through her fun personality, her enthusiasm that have always helped students to achieve the best in their life. So, ma'am, we're really happy and very, very glad to have you here. So, ma'am, over to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Jyotika. And Sicasa Trivandrum. Trivandrum is nothing else but it's my own branch and my own Sicasa. So really glad. And without wasting and without taking much of the time, let's start. So guys, yeah. So I'm just muting you all. So in case of any doubt, just put a reply or put it in the chat box. May I have your reply in the chat box if all of you are there? Just put promotion in the chat box with a proceed. We'll start. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Proceed, 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 proceed. Come on, let's start. So 2.5 hours. Okay, that's the target. Now it is 7:15, 9:45, right? Before 10, we will be winding up. So what is the intention? Ariallo, you guys know, right? We will be discussing the questions. It is Q&A. Q&A, questions and answers. What I've done is I've selected some MCQs. I've selected integrated case study, and I've also selected some descriptive question. It is from ICA material, very few from RTP, MTP, because already sessions are conducted on RTP, MTP, and you would have already gone through, right? A few other questions other than from material RTP, MTP. So what we will do is, I'm going to mix all those questions and we will do. Okay, so earlier we used to do like this, chapter 1, okay, these are the questions, okay, in chapter 1. Now next chapter 2, okay, these are the questions, then chapter 2 questions. No. Now it's the time when you guys should be able to identify which part of auditing, which chapter, and then we should be able to answer, right? So we will start with the integrated case study. Is that okay? Okay. So guys, I want 101% support. Let's proceed. So I won't be saying chapter number, okay, this is chapter number 8, this is chapter number 6. I won't be saying, you guys have to say that we will do together. Okay, so you said we'll start with integrated case study, right? Okay. 1 second now. Yes, I hope you can see the screen. Just okay. We have 5 integrated case study. 5 integrated case study is there in that first question. Okay. Question number 1. So let's start. Okay. This is question number 1 for us. Okay. When we are doing the questions, it's not just doing the questions, revising. We will be also revising with the questions. So say which essay number, what provision is, which chapter, let's revise also. CA Anoti has been offered the appointment of an NSC listed company. She has already ticked check boxes relating to her independence vis-a-vis company and integrity of promoters and KMP. Being satisfied on this count after sending formal engagement letters to the company, she in the midst of planning activity for company's audit. Pause it over here. which standard, which chapter came to mind when you read this? Okay, is it 210? Okay, is it 210? Chapter 11? Okay. Sheri, integrity of promoters, formal engagement letter, ethics. Very good. Engagement letter, it is essay 210. Very good. Very good. Chapter number 11. Now, where do you check the integrity of promoters? Do you need this client? Are they integrate? Which essay? Which standard? Integrity of promoters. Integrity. Do we need to accept and continue? Very good. It is essay 220. Quality control. It's a part of quality control. But when you check it, when you check this, whether you need this client or not, do you do it in planning or before planning you do? Plan ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴാണോ പ്ലാനിങ്ങിന് മുന്നേ ആണോ? Is it during planning or even before planning? You check it even before planning. This is called as what stage in our audit? You call it as P. What is P? It is preliminary engagement activity. This is there in chapter number 2. Did we have a revision of chapter 2 P concepts and chapter number 11 essay 220 and 210? If so, can we proceed? Okay. The owner of country is one of the topmost writing instrument brands, and the above company is the business of producing ball pen, gel pen, markers, folders, and such general stationery. That's about the company. Leave it. Business profile of the company, including its brief history, details of KMP, description of company's activity was obtained by her. She has also studied reports relating to the growth of company stationery, greater demands, impact on government-driven schemes. Besides, she has also obtained, obtained risk management policy of the company. And now, can you stop it? Can you say which standard, which chapter came to your mind when you read this para? Auditor understood about the company profile, KMP, from where, what is the product? Very good. This is essay 315. Now, my question is, do they need to obtain an understanding of risk management policy of the company? Is it required? Venuma, is it required? Come on. Yes, no. So B, why not? Answer is, essay 315 risk can be either quantitative or non-quantitative. We should obtain an understanding of, there's a list itself. In that, there is information system personnel, risk management personnel, etc. We have to inquire. So answer is required. So this is essay 315 related. Are we clear? Okay. So can we go to the next para? On perusal of the financial statements of company, it is noticed that inventories as at the close of the year stood at 200 crore, which constitute 25% of total asset. She is planning to verify significant audit risk pertaining to valuation of inventory. Just for your interest sake, I'm asking, when you hear inventory, inventory when you hear in auditing, wow, very good. Good. Very good. 501, further Caro clause 2. You guys are super, even without me asking, you said. Very good. Now, she is also considering about the materiality level for the financial statement as a whole. Materiality essay. Materiality for the financial statement as a whole. Is that sufficient? Is that sufficient? Materiality for FS as a whole and materiality with respect to EBCD, account balance, class of transaction and disclosures, assertion level. just see this case study and let me know whether you understood and you had a revision of all the concepts. See, 220, 210, P means preliminary engagement activity, SA 315, 501, Caro clause 2, SA 320. Wow. When you read a question in the exam hall, you may not be able to write it like this, but all these things should go into your mind or it will reflect in the mind. I'm pretty sure that it will come because you guys were replying even before me asking. So, can we go to Q1? Question 1. The compliance with independence requirements, verification of integrity of promoters, key managerial person has been ensured. In this regard, which is the likely to be the complete statement? Independence, integrity of promoters, which is the likely statement. Such activities are required as per the Code of Ethics. Is performed as per SA 220 and these are preliminary engagement activity as per 210. Such activity are as per the audit engagement as per 220 and preliminary engagement activity as per 300. Such activity are performed as per the requirement and procedures of Code of Ethics and 210. Okay, we have already discussed. Can you say A, B, C, D, which is the option? Why mistake, guys? I will try here. You said A, few said B, many saying D, and Adil, you are saying C also. Now, why this qualifier for you? You call me after coming to the conclusion. Ada, come on, come on, come on. Preliminary engagement activity, where did we study? You only said chapter 2. Preliminary engagement activities as per chapter 2, which is SA 300. Integrity, you only said it is, ma'am, SA 220. So guys, preliminary engagement activity, we will check the integrity, etc. Plus, it is integrity preliminary plus before the planning, SA 300 and quality control. So answer is, come on, come on, come on. It is C. You can rule out correctly. See, Code of Ethics, that is something else. Integrity, objectivity does not require. So it's not Code of Ethics. SA 210, they are not saying about preliminary engagement activity. Preconditions only they are saying. 210, they are not saying preliminary. And I just think preliminary engagement activity is only in SA 300. 210, it's preconditions, not preliminary engagement activity. Are we clear? I think you got confused. 210, it is preconditions and not preliminary engagement activity. Preliminary engagement activity is in SA 300. It's part of or before planning. Plus quality control, which is 220. So that's why 220 and 300. Now, right now, it's okay to make mistake. Now, for the exam, you should not. If one is okay, can you say 2? Let's proceed. So don't get desperate. Learn, 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 learn. The auditor has obtained risk management policy of the company. Which of the following statement is most appropriate in this regard? You remember regarding the risk management policy? As per SA 315, you have to understand. Now, just look at the option. Understanding the risk management policy is required. Is not required. Is required. Understanding of the risk management policy is sufficient to develop plan. Can you use ruling out option? Can you rule out Any option, strike off, idalla, this is not the option. Which one can you rule out? A, the rule out here. It's not A. It's not A and sorry. It's not B. I was just checking whether you're listening. It's not B, nor it's not D. Why? Had an understanding of the risk management alone, is it sufficient? No. So B and D you can rule out. Now come to A and C, select appropriate. Now read, understanding the company's risk management policy is required. It may help the auditor in identifying and assessing risk. Now, understanding the company's risk management is required by the auditor. However, it cannot help the auditor in identifying the risk. So answer is clearly A. Why? Because 315 we said, 315 name is identifying and assessing the ROMM, risk of material misstatement. Okay, ruling out technique will work, MCQs. But if that's clear, can we have 3? Come on. 3. Which of the following is not likely to be the procedure for auditor to understand the company? Which of the following is not the procedure? 1. Online search about company, reviewing any new SEBI stock exchange requirement, reviewing fresh monies raised, confirmation letters from bank regarding the outstanding balances. It is a general question. എടാ ഇതിൽ ഏത് നോക്കിയാൽ കമ്പനിയെ കുറിച്ച് മനസ്സിലാകത്തില്ല. From which of the option you won't understand about the company? Not likely. You won't understand about the company. Won't understand about the company. Makle, before you go to the option, think, listen carefully, think and choose. Eda think. Can you now rule out? And I use ruling out. You guys are jumping and playing. First you said D, then you said B. And an online search will help you. So not A. Fresh money raised from the public? Yes. Why this money is being raised? Yeah. Is it B or D? Not likely. It won't help in understanding about the company. It's a new SEBI requirement. If you are able to see, you will understand more about law. Legal requirement is also part of company LA. You should obtain an understanding about laws and regulation. You understand? So laws and regulations are part of company's understanding. And many times planning it's a factor. You should obtain an understanding of laws and regulation. So that's not B. So answer should be D. But why it is D? Seeking confirmation of letters regarding outstanding balance. What is the meaning? End the meaning. What is the meaning? Okay, 10 crore is the loan balance. If the bank confirms, okay, it is the 10 crore, will you obtain understanding about the company? Just a confirmation from the bank, okay, outstanding is 10 crore, outstanding is 20 crore. Will you obtain an understanding about the company? It's a risk assessment procedure. You remember SA 315, we inquire, we perform inspection, then we perform analytical, we perform observation. There was no confirmation in that. It's only an audit procedure. It's not a procedure for understanding the entity. Okay, you remember that RAP, risk assessment procedure, consists of only inquiry, inspection, observation, and analytical. So, confirmation is an audit procedure which is done in the performing phase and not in the understanding or planning phase. See, 315 will your understanding. So, risk assessment procedure comprises of only inquiry, inspection, observation, and analytical. Not confirmation. So answer is D. Now, can you acknowledge whether you understood this? Okay. So can we go to the fourth one? Okay. Considering the auditor's attention to identify significant risk pertaining to the inventory, which of the following is likely to be true? They want true. So false you can strike off. Procedure plan to identify audit risk pertaining to inventory is audit plan. Okay. Procedure plan to identify significant risk pertaining to inventory strategy. It's TOC, it's TOD. Eda, procedure is in which stage of audit? Is it in plan or is it strategy? Maklabara, tell me. Procedure, is it in planning or is it in strategy? Tell me. Subhi, if you have the class notes, kindly see Gutta. Procedure is in how to do planning illa. Strategy, it is resources. So answer is procedures is in planning stage. Now can you say which is the answer? Procedure is in audit plan, procedure is in strategy, procedure are part of TOC, procedure are part of TOD. Answer is A. Clear cut, it's A. So B, you understood Kuta? Strategy, it is resources. Planning lana procedure, RAP, risk assessment, FAP, further audit procedure and other procedures. Wow, coming to the last question, 10 marks question guys, 5 marks, 5 into 2. 5? Come on. In relation to materiality levels for the FS, which of the following is most appropriate? Materiality has to be decided by auditor after identification and assessment of material misstatements, risk. Decided by auditor prior. Has to be decided by auditor after performing risk assessment. Has to be decided by auditor at the time of designing TOC and substantive procedure. Makle, let me see who all will answer correctly. But I'll just think and say. What is the name of SA 320? Materiality in planning and performing the audit. So materiality has to be determined even before risk assessment, planning. Performing stage, you will revise only. So answer is even before, no, prior planning stage and then revision in performing. So the answer is B. Okay, SA 320 name, materiality in planning and performing. Planning stage you will determine and performing phase you will dash it. Okay, performing phase what you will do? We will revise the material. Very good, that's right. But tell me very frankly, how was the question? I had selected this question in such a way that I wanted you guys to learn from this. I didn't want you to simply say and go. Mansilayo. Okay. So guys, take rest. Yeah, take rest. And then we will go to, we have 1, 2, 3. 3 more integrated case study, then few MCQ, few descriptive. So that's the target for the session. In between, I'll give you the break of 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. So take rest, then we'll proceed. Okay, 2 minutes rest. After that, I want ready, ready, ready. Put RR. Okay, non ready. Ninga ready? Come on, come on, come on. Ready, 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 ready. Question 2, Q2. Okay. So, Ada, keep supporting, keep rocking. We will pass. Uh, CA Raghav is in the midst of finalizing the audit reports of 5 clients. On reviewing each file, it is noticed as under. In case of a company engaged in business of, and I will be asking you questions, just reply what you feel in each of these cases. In case of a company engaged in the business of selling agriculture products which were outside the ambit of GST, the engagement team has found that substantial part of the company, a substantial part of the company means 80%, is generated through cash sale. However, there was no proper system and internal control to verify the revenue's accuracy generated through cash sales. Therefore, team was unable to verify revenues. And even before going on to this, can you identify which chapter they are saying Raghav is in the midst of finalizing audit report? Audit report. Come on, chapter number. Very good. Chapter number, that's right, chapter number 8. So when you see chapter number 8 itself, which series should come to your mind? 700 series. At our exam hall, all this will happen inside your mind voluntarily. Okay. Now, can you pause it and say which opinion will be given by the auditor, Raghav? 80%. The 80%, meaning it's substantial part. Modified, but what modified? Like which modified? Can you say qualify or disclaimer? Tell me specifically qualified or disclaimer or adverse or don't say modified. I want specific. They are saying unable to verify, unable, no proper system. They can't. So it is disclaimer. Can't do, meaning, we can't say unable, right? So it is disclaimer. Okay. Pause it over there. Let's proceed. TS Limited has been dragged to court by BS Limited for stealing its trade secrets for using cyber theft. Filed a claim for 50 crore. On reviewing the audit file of TS, CA Raghav finds that legal opinion of a company's standing counsel is ambiguous. Ambiguous means doubt. There are precedent case laws both in favor and against such issues. Financial statements of the company are silent on this litigation matter. Maklar, think of the accounting standard. Whenever there is a case, it should have been disclosed as a. Okay, you went to 501. Okay, 501, 501. So it is incomplete. As per AS 20, items in FS, you have to study this. AS 29, they should have disclosed it as a contingent liability. They should have put a provision at least. Either contingent liability or provision they should have put. It, Paninangla, did they put it? No. So, they are silent on this matter. So, what should be done? Can we add an emphasis of matter para? Makla, can we add an emphasis? No, right? You can't add an emphasis of matter para over here. No, you can't add emphasis. So what should be done here? So what should be done? Come on. You have to issue a modified. Makla, don't say modified. Adile, come on. Specifically say, is it qualified, adverse or disclaimer? This 50 crore is wrong. Now, why you want adverse? Is entire FS affected or except 50 crore rest is true and fair view? Except this 50 crore, remaining is true and fair view, right? So don't use the word remaining, except. So answer is, qualified is enough, right? Don't always go to adverse unless it is so pervasive. Okay, next one. It was noticed on review of the audit file. Company has a net profit before tax 2 crore. Turnover of 100 crore. There was an export receivable of a chain store outstanding in FS of 3 crore. No chances of recovery. The said chain store has gone bankrupt. There was no hope of recovering through ECGC due to certain technical issues. Now see, debt has not been written off despite communicated to the client. Okay, how much is profit before tax? 2 crore. How much is the bad debt? Now the client has been bankrupt somewhere. How much is the bank? 3 crore. Who said 100? It's 3 crore. What had to be done? No hope of recovery. What had to be done? എന്ത് ചെയ്യണമായിരുന്നു? What should have been or what to be done? It should have been written off as. It should have been written off as bad debt. Did they write off? See? No. Is it right? No. Had they written off the bad debt, what would have been their profit or loss? It would have been -1, meaning it would have been net loss. Now, can you say this effect, is it pervasive or not pervasive? Okay, pervasive means it's affecting completely. Then, yeah, profit changing into loss. Users' understanding of FS itself is being affected. No, loss-making company. Earlier, it was a profit-making company. It affects the entire FS. Users' understanding, basic itself is wrong. So the effect is pervasive here. The amount, it's okay. 3 crore is maybe material, not pervasive. But loss-making company, it became from profit-making. So it becomes pervasive. So what opinion you would give here? Since it is pervasive, which opinion you would give here? You would give an adverse opinion. Okay, you are understanding the interpretations? Okay. D. On reviewing the file of a small finance bank, it was noticed that team has drafted the following para. But emphasis of matter para essay 706. Just read the paragraph and say whether it is right. Concerns are raised regarding going concern status of the bank. However, bank feels that it continues to remain a going concern. In the view of reasons stated in note 10, our opinion is not modified. What para is it? You know this very well. In audit report, there are elements, 13 elements, right? Going concern is affected, going concern is appropriate, matter is properly disclosed. Is it Cam Grishma? Key audit matter, how the paragraph will start, are those matters which are most significant. In classes, we have seen the draft paragraph. Very good. This is the draft of which para? Material uncertainty on going concern para, right? Our opinion is not modified. It is say material uncertainty on going concern. Essay 570. So this is not emphasis on matter para. This is material uncertainty on going concern. Audit report, which element is it? Title, addressee, opinion, basis for opinion, fifth element. See, 706, they say emphasis of matter para is never a substitute. Can we go to next? On reviewing the file of a client, it was noticed that team was not informed about the finished goods of 1 crore lying at the inventory taken on rent. The said issue was flagged. Flagged means informed at the time of reconciling the inventory. Hence, team could not attend physical counting. Alternative procedure cannot be performed. The total inventory reflected in financial is 8 crore. Profit before taxes 10 crore. What opinion? Here profit loss it's not being there. Except inventory rest is okay. Which opinion you will give here? Disclaimer? Oh wow. One said disclaimer, another said qualified, another said adverse. Okay, anyway, I'm happy that you don't want unqualified. Okay. Interpret. Here, is it having a pervasive issue? No. See, I do agree inventory you could not. Except inventory, rest is there. So answer is qualified. Ma'am, then why did you do for that 2 crore issue? That mainly because Pillare 2 crore, 3 crore. Loss it's becoming. But I just think I'm going to invest in a company. I'm asking, management, is it profit making? Yeah. Management, is it profit making? No, it's loss making. Will you invest in a loss making company? No. Profit making company turning into a loss making company is pervasive. That's why adverse. Makla, how was the interpretation of the case study? If clear, can you say Q1? Let's proceed with Q1. Okay. So read it, guys. As regards the description regarding revenues generated through cash sales of the company. You have heard that case well, right? Which of the following is most appropriate in terms of SA 705? Cash sales. Cash sales 80%. 80% means pervasive. So which opinion you said? Disclaimer. So option please. Qualified, adverse. Now read carefully. Disclaimer. Now you will read and say whether it is C or D. Disclaimer of opinion will be issued with basis for disclaimer. Besides, statement in audit report will be changed from FS has been audited to FS was engaged to do the audit of FS. Disclaimer of opinion will be issued with basis FS has been audited to FS has not been audited. Eda, what we will say in the opinion para, we will say we are unable to express the opinion. We won't say FS has not been audited. We will say we have been engaged to audit. However, due to following reasons, in the basis for opinion, we were unable to express the opinion. We were engaged to do the audit, Alleda. Yes, no, we were appointed to do the audit. Just that we are unable to express the opinion. No. You have been appointed as auditor. Just that you are unable to express the opinion. No, you could not complete the audit. That's it. So you were engaged. You were appointed. So this is the proper sentence. But you could not express the opinion. That I do agree because it's a disclaimer. So the answer is not D. It is C. Okay, learn that now. If one is clear, come on, life is a race. Run to two. Now, unless you say two, I won't go at all. Next, considering the litigation matter of TS Limited, which of the following statement is most appropriate? The examiner, whenever you hear this word most appropriate, you have to see there can be more than one correct. Take the most correct one. At a litigation, they have not disclosed, right? This case, this case, this case, this case, this case. What you will do? You will issue a qualified, no? So which is the correct option? Can you read out? Unmodified, adverse, qualified, adverse. So the answer is, that's easy. Answer is C, 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 C. Maklai, if 1 and 2 is okay, can't you say 3, Billare? Come on, so that I will also understand whether you guys are with me. Considering the description of issue regarding non-recoverability of export revenue of 3 crores from chain of stores, which type of opinion is appropriate to be issued in audit report? This was that other case that export of 2 crore, 3 crore written off, it would have been minus 1 crore. The answer is, since it is loss, profit becoming loss, pervasive, adverse. Pervasive, which essay you will learn the definition? We will learn in essay 7 not. Pervasive, pervasive, 7 not 5. That's right. Next one. As regarding the matter of going concern with small finance bank, which of the following is most appropriate? Do you remember that para drafted by the team showing emphasis of matter para? Where was it? That para was not proper, alle. That para was not proper. So what? The para drafted by the team is proper. The para drafted by the team is proper. Maklai, the para was not proper. They should have shown under MU and GC, meaning material uncertainty on going concern. So this is not the answer. So can you reply with C or D? I will wait. Instead of giving emphasis of matter, separate para. Separate para, MU and GC under the heading emphasis. Answer is C. And in essay 706, they are using a sentence. Emphasis of matter para is not a substitute for opinion, material uncertainty, disclosures, all those. It's only an additional communication. 706, emphasis. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Life is a race. Run, 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 run. 5. Regarding the issue of not informing team regarding inventory of finished goods lying at the location, which type of opinion you have to inform? I think that we have dealt with. Except inventory, rest is okay, right? That last para. Except inventory of 1 crore. So the answer is, see, not this. But there should not be an option like this, modified or qualified. See, either modified or qualified. See, modified is too general. So the better option is qualified. Except inventory, rest. So it is B. Now, how was the case study? Can you reply? So first case study was like chapter number 2 and chapter number. First case study, which chapter was it? Chapter number 2 was there. Then chapter number 11 was there. Allah. This was like in chapter 8. Audit report. So take rest, Pulare. Last question കാണണോ? കാണിക്കാമല്ലോ ഡോണിയ. That's regarding the inventory. Next question. 2 minutes rested. After 2 minutes, put third question, no? Put RRR, triple R. Okay. You're ready? Why unstoppables? You want to see the case study once more? Which para putta? Yeah. RRR. All okay? All good? Take off? Okay, flight take off, huh? Question not to be found out. Yeah. Q3. Maybe this question is something familiar to you. You might have seen it somewhere or the other, but let's try it out. Now, by seeing the question itself, you might understand which chapter it is. Mr. CAM is conducting the statutory audit of bank. Yes, it's a question from Bank Audit, our material, chapter number 10. It was noticed as under. Maklai, let's revise Bank Audit chapter, few provisions and go. Loan under KCC means Kisan Credit Card are given by the bank to the farmers to meet their short-term credit needs for cultivation of crop. In respect of one agricultural advance, it's an agricultural advance, classified under KCC having outstanding balance of 20 lakhs. There was no transaction in the account since last 90 days. The said loan granted for cultivation of paddy has been harvested in 3 to 4 months from sowing. The branch has classified as all standard. And a 3 to 4 concept should come to your mind. Now, what advance is it? Can we have a revision of those concepts? What advance is it? Agricultural advance. What type of agricultural advance is it? The type short term. Short term agricultural advance, when it will be NPA? If it is outstanding for 2 crop season. Here, no transaction for 90 days. So, here, 90 days is for non-agricultural advance, 91st day. Whereas here, it's not 90 days criteria. Here, it is 2 crop season. How much is the crop season? They're saying, no, 3 to 4 months. So, എത്ര ദിവസം outstanding ആണെങ്കിൽ NPA ആവും? How many days outstanding it would have been NPA? Somewhere 3 into 2. 2 crop season, no. So, 6 to 8 months, right? Here it is only 90 days. So, is it performing or is it non-performing? If it was an ordinary loan, yeah, more than 90 days it would have been. Here it is, since it is agriculture, it is performing. Performing means standard. So bank has shown as standard. Is it proper or improper? Bank's classification as performing. Is it proper? Answer is their classification is proper. But had it been a non-agricultural advance, is it proper or improper? Answer is not proper. Okay. Next. Can we proceed? It was observed that the account of one of the borrower availing cash credit limit of 50 lakhs was taken over from another bank. The loan was sanctioned by the bank manager instead of immediate next higher authority as required in manual of delegation powers of bank. There are a lot of cases where one bank loan will be taken by another bank. But whenever a loan is taken, it should be properly sanctioned. It was not properly sanctioned. And is the control weak or strong? Is the control weak or strong? Come on, weak. As an auditor, should we be bothered about it? In bank audit chapter, they say as an auditor, we should check whether internal controls of the bank are working properly. If controls are weak, ROMM will be high, risk of material misstatement is high. As an auditor, shouldn't we report this? See, we are not going to express opinion on control. Okay, something outside this question. Huh? Internal control deficiencies. Which essay came to your mind? Not required here. I'm just asking out of the revision. Very good. Essay 265. LOW, letter of weakness. Wow. Good. Next. It was noticed that head office of a bank was flagged. A savings account maintained in branch in which interest was wrongly paid at a higher rate due to wrong data feeding entry. Now, situation has been rectified by debiting excess interest paid in the account. Since there was a little balance in saving account, a debit balance of 1.5 lakh was created in savings due to above reversal. Did you understand? The matter was immediately informed to the account holder. However, he has not turned up for the payment since it was about 6 months ago. Eda, interest rate was wrongly calculated. Savings account, more interest was paid. When it was found out, they reversed it. Because of this, there was a debit balance. Reversal of income, there was a debit balance. Debit balance in the account, meaning it's like a loan. They did not pay for more than 6 months. More than 6 months means more than 90 days. So what it will become? Debit balance. Then it will become NPA. Very correct. Next one. There are many cash credit accounts in the branch. Such borrowers are required to submit monthly stock statement on calculation of drawing power. അതിൽ ഞാൻ തിരിച്ചു വരാം മോനെ. എടാ, you remember for cash credit or OD, overdraft, we have to calculate sanction limit or drawing power, whichever is, lower only we can take. So here they are talking about drawing power. See, there was a debit balance in the account. Debit balance means savings account interest was wrongly calculated. So when the bank found out, avarathu reverse chedu excess. So as a result, borrower had to pay the excess amount which he withdraw. It was like indirectly like a loan. തിരിച്ചു പേയില്ലങ്കിൽ it will become NPA, right? Why NPA? Because 6 months. 6 months means more than 90 days. Is that clear? Last one. One of the borrower has availed a housing loan and a car loan from the branch. Housing loan EMI are overdue for 120 days. Car loan EMI overdue for 60 days. And which loan will become NPA here? Housing loan or car loan? Which loan will be an NPA here? Eda, there is a point there. NPA classification is borrower wise and not facility wise. Once a loan becomes NPA, all the facility will be NPA. Do you understand that? So here, once one loan become NPA, other loan will be also NPA. So answer is both. Okay, at least few provisions of bank audit. Could you revise it with this question? So can we go to the Q? Thank you. As regards the description of agricultural advance, which of the following statement is most appropriate? Okay, agricultural advance, we discussed, right? Oh, my screen is like Rangoli, all the colors. Come on, quickly say. Standard asset, because it's agriculture, it's fine. So answer is A, B, C, D, E, F. Yo, come on. Substandard, SMA, doubtful. Answer is, it is proper. Because here it is 6 to 8 months. If it was non-agriculture, improper. Regarding the account taken over from another bank, which of the following statement is most appropriate? It's an internal issue of the bank, not to be concerned. At his discretion, you can report. It's a serious violation, we have to report without fail. No issue is involved. Flare, we said no. Wherever the controls are weak or problem is high, so auditor should be concerned, he should report. So the answer is C. Adil, you asked me the doubt. As regards the debit balance of 1.5 lakhs in savings account, which of the following viewpoint is correct? That 1.5 lakhs came because excess was withdrawn and they reversed it. Now they have to repay back. 6 months, almost 180 days, they didn't repay. Situation does not attract RBI norms. 1.5 should be classified as NPA, does not attract, cannot demand the excess interest. Oh. See, whatever amount due, if it is not paid, it is NPA. Answer is B. Next. Which of the following statement is not true about drawing power? മക്കളെ careful. ഏതാണ് true അല്ലാത്തത്? Meaning they want false. Drawing power refers to amount calculated based on primary security less margin. Can you say, is it true or false? This is true, right? Stock plus debtors adjusted by margin. It is always less than sanction limit. See, drawing power or sanction limit, whichever is lower. At times, drawing power can be lower than sanction limit or higher. This is false. So this should be the answer, but just read. It can be different from sanction limit. Yeah. It can be different, right? True. Next one. Creditors for goods are reduced from the purpose of calculating drawing power. Answer is true. Unpaid creditors, unpaid stock. So creditors are reduced. So answer is B. B for boy. So last one you have already said. Three, they said less only, Gutta. And next one, you have already said the answer, right? Considering a car and house loan, which is the most appropriate one. Once a loan becomes NPA, every loan will become NPA. So both housing loan and car loan would be NPA. So I'm not going into the other options. Huh? So there is a very important phrase over there. Classification of NPS dash wise and not dash wise. Can you fill it up? Classification of NPS, what wise it is? Borrower wise and not facility wise. Okay. So guys, take rest. No, drawing power can be more than sanction limit. Whichever is lower only we can draw. അങ്ങനെയാണ്. ഏതാണോ കുറവ്, that will be the limit which you can withdraw. See, drawing power is the calculation of stock plus debtors adjusted by margin. That's a big formula. Allah. No. Sanction limit is different. Borrowing, this is different. See, drawing power is calculated based on stock and debtors adjusted by margin. There is nothing to do with sanction limit. Stock and debtors മാറുന്ന അനുസരിച്ച് drawing power will change. So drawing power can be more or less than the sanction limit based on the level of stock and debtors. മനസ്സിലായോ? Sri, did you understand? Sure. Is all going good? So guys, come back to business. So I think all good. Good to go. Can we proceed? Proceed. Yes. So just give me a second. Let me take the next question. I'm just searching which one you want. Okay, got it, Kitty. Okay, let me know which part of auditing is it. Okay. Fourth question, no? Yeah. Roop and Co are the auditors of Onda Group of Hotels. This is the first time the firm is auditing an industry in food and beverages and is the day one of audit. The engagement partner along with the team wants to make a thorough understanding of the entity and the environment in order to identify and assess the risk of material misstatement, whether due to fraud or error. Let it pause it. When you hear this, which essay came to your mind? Come on. When you saw this, which essay came to your mind? Arey yaar, come on. Essay. Very good. Essay 300 essay 315. Identifying and assessing the risk of material misstatement through understanding the entity and its environment. Okay. Now, the hotel has 2 banquet halls. The documentation available for the verification of banquet hall revenue is the only invoice raised by the hotel and some mail conversation on customer enquiry and finalization of price. On audit trail, it was found that finance approval of transaction is only after invoices sent to him sent to them for accounting at final settlement. Advance paid by the clients are not vetted through finance team. There suspects of weakness in the system. Eda, may I know what kind of risk is it? Okay, may I have you reply like this? Is there an audit risk there? Maklai, is there an audit risk there? Answer is yes. Okay. What kind of audit risk is there? Weakness in system. Plare weakness in system. Very good. It is control risk. Very good. The auditor can also find a control deficiency in the process of procurement of stores. A goods receipt notice not prepared at the time of receipts of goods. On inquiry with the management, auditor finds that there exists a system control wherein goods receipt notice automatically prepared and approved by the system once quantity and prices entered against the specific vendor. Entry is on real time and does not allow backdated entry. Now, what is happening over here? Can someone say that? First, just read this. Deficiency is there, not prepared. Is control weak or strong? Reply for that sentence alone. Okay. Control is weak. Or we can say, we always say deficiencies or deviations in control. Now, read the next, this one, and say, what is this? To compensate that, there is only system approved, automated, real time, does not allow backdated. What is the meaning of that? That even though one control is weak, there is strong. So what is this control name? Main control is weak. If you remember essay 500, we have learned test of control. Even though one control is weak, there is some other control called as, very good, indirect control, or you call it as alternative control. I generally say an example also. One manager has gone, he has delegated the power to another person. If so, that's a backup control. Then SOB. Exactly, that's the example. If that particular control, and now you say, if this control, no, don't laugh. Guys, go back to cages and reply. Is this secondary control strong or weak? The backup control strong or weak? That is strong. If that control is strong, what you can do? Can we rely on it? Yes. If that control was not strong, if it was not strong, what would you do? You would have extended the audit procedure. If there is anyone who are hearing this for the first time, I'm repeating, if there is a deficiency in control, you will perform or you will check whether there is any indirect alternative control. If that indirect alternative control is strong, you can rely on that control. If that is also deficient and weak, what you will do? You will perform. Extend your audit procedure. Maklai, is this paragraph clear? If so, can I have a proceed? The auditor inquires the management as to what risk assessment process to be followed by the entity for prevention and detection of problem due to frauds or error. There is no documented risk assessment process. Can you say which part? Let me say whether you guys are good in identifying this. Is it a failure of auditor or failure of management? This. Pavitra, ഒന്നും കൂടെ വായിക്കടാ. Read once more. Okay, management. Now what? Like which part? Where you hear? Eda, in essay 315, internal control, chapter number 3, internal control has very good 5 elements. Adile second element, control environment, second one, risk assessment process, RAP. In that RAP. So internal control has to be designed by management. They should have proper documented risk assessment process. It's a failure of the management. Because of this, do you need to modify your opinion, Pillare? Think and say. Will you modify the opinion? No. Why? Because we are not expressing an opinion on dash dash. Very good. You're not going to express an opinion on control. But because of this, what is the effect on audit? എന്താണ് അതിന്റെ impact? Come on. You should discuss with the management. More procedure you should do. That's right. Did you understand the scenario, Pillare? Are we clear? So can we proceed? Now question will be like a piece of cake for you. Simple. What kind of audit risk is portrayed in revenue with respect to banquet hall? Banquet hall system was weak. If system is weak, what risk is there? Control risk. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Makle, they wanted incorrect. More, so for each statement, you will reply whether correct or incorrect. The more extensive audit procedure performed, lower the audit risk. More procedure, lower the risk. Correcto, incorrecto? True, correct. Greater the risk of material misstatement, less is the detection risk. More audit evidence. Answer is correct. Audit risk includes the risk that auditor may express an opinion that FS are materially misstated when they are actually not. Eda, many times we have learned for an audit risk to arise, 2 factors. There should be material misstatement and there should be an inappropriate opinion. So this is not correct. So that should be the answer, but still, can you read the last one? Risk of material misstatement has control risk and inherent risk. That's right. So IR and CR. So answer is, they wanted incorrect. So answer is C. Why? But for an audit risk to harm, 1000 times we have repeated, it should be materially misstated and inappropriate opinion. Here, material misstatement is there. No. Inappropriate. Yeah, actually not. So only one condition, another condition is not there. After this, it's a small break for you. So can you say 3 after this question, integrated question? In case of procurement stores, auditor has tested more than one control for the same assertion. In the given case, what should be the reliance on control? Do you remember? One control was weak, another was strong. Since it is strong, you can rely. If not, you should have extended. Now you can read and tell me the option. Since there is a compensatory control, if that is effective, auditor can rely. Even though there is a compensatory control, since one is ineffective, auditor cannot rely. Documentation in electronic cannot be accepted. Hey guys, audit documentation. Essay, please. Audit documentation 230. Documentation can be paper form, electronic, or any other media. Electronic form can be accepted. So that's not the answer. Even though compensatory controls are there, since one is ineffective, auditor cannot rely. See, there is always a compensatory or indirect or alternative control. If it is effective, you can rely. Answer is A. A for apple. Okay, are you following, guys? Can we proceed? In the context of SA 315, which one is not a risk assessment procedure? Okay, risk assessment procedure will consist of inquiry, inspection, observation, analytical procedure. SA 520 analytical. So which is not a risk assessment procedure? Inquiry is a risk assessment procedure, analytical, observation, inspection. Answer is external confirmation. External confirmation is say 505. Last one, and then we will have short break. 580 is written representation. What should be the course of action for the auditor of the entity for not having a documented risk assessment process? See, last part, no, auditor is not having a, not auditor, management is not having a risk assessment process. So what auditor should do? Auditor should obtain a written representation. Is that sufficient? Now we learn in essay. Can you say which essay written representation? 580, that written representation is not a dash for other audit evidence. Written representation is not a, come on, written representation is not a, written representation is not a substitute. Auditor shall discuss with the management, identify and assess risk, whether it represents significant efficiency. Auditor should advise the management and opinion. Discuss with the management how risks are identified and place reliance since it is immaterial. It is material. Is it B or C? C, yeah. Makla, once more, can you read? Others, may I have your reply? Say, are we going to express opinion on internal control? Answer is no. Here they are saying opinion on it. We said many times no. Our opinion is only on FS. We are not going to express opinion on control. So answer is B. Those who said C, no. Our expressing opinion is only on FS, not on internal control. Makle, how was it? Are we clear? Eda, now 1.5 hours it's going to become. See, why did I choose the integrated case study? You know, I hope you know MTP1, MTP2. I've discussed all these MTP1. Of course, you would have also gone through. In both MTP1 and MTP2, what they have done is individual case study is there, but 3 case study. We don't know what will be the pattern for the main exam, but still, MTP case study 1. First one was integrated case study, 10 marks case study. Then 8 marks, 6 marks. Meaning around 24 marks is out of 30, 24 marks is what? Integrated MCQ. So exam, even in RTP, integrated MCQ was more. So if this trend is same for the exam, okay, we can expect the more integrated case study. Makla, are we clear with it? How was the case studies, guys? We did 4 case studies. First one relating to chapter 2 and 11, then relating to chapter 8, then bank audit chapter 10, and this was chapter 3, risk assessment and control. So we'll take a short break of 10 minutes. After that, we will go with few, maybe 5 or 6 individual questions. Okay, individual questions means what questions, we will do some MCQ. Like what? Like after the 24 marks, and you have gone through MTP. If you have gone through, you have seen 3 questions of 2 marks each was there. That is independent MCQ, independent, a para followed by 4 options. So we will solve around 6. Let's see how the time goes. 5 to 6 MCQ. Then to conclude, we will do 6 or 7 descriptive. In descriptive, we'll see how to present, how to identify and how to present. With that, we will conclude. Setano. So, can we take a break of sharp 10 minutes? Okay. Take a break, take a Kit Kat, come back double strong. Hello, welcome back. All good? Can we resume? Can we start? Okay. So let's continue. So yes, we were going to MCQs, individual MCQs. Okay. Independent MCQs. So let's start with 5 or 6 questions, right? Okay. Start. Put ready. Let's start. Bash, come on. Ready? All set? Okay. So, question. Don't read question number. Read. Okay. Okay, I'm reading question. So read with me. Let me know which chapter related, which essay related, and then let me know the answer. Okay, this is how you have to interpret for the exam too. Okay. Wait 1 second. Okay. Yeah. CAJ is in the process of planning the audit of a large company engaged in the business of dealing and manufacturing pharmaceutical products. Central Drugs Standard Control Organization, National Regulatory Authority under Ministry of Health. Conduct a clinical trials, laid down standard for drugs and control over quality of imported drugs. Audit is also considering whether to make use of audit evidence obtained during previous audit of the company. Besides, he is also considering the volume of transactions to determine whether it is efficient to rely on control. As a part of planning activity, he is considering the extent of substantive procedure to be performed. Consider the following factors from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, choose the most appropriate factor or factors that would be relevant in establishing audit strategy. And whenever case study question like this comes, always better in the examination hall to read from last to first. And had you read this first, choose the most appropriate that would be relevant in establishing audit strategy. Keeping strategy, you could have read the entire case study. Maklai, did you understand that technique? So one time reading, you could have saved the time. So So you can use this technique if it is a big case study question. Is that clear? Okay. So which chapter, which essay related, Pillare? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Life is a race. Run, 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 run. Come on. Chapter number 2, essay 300. We are asking you about audit strategy. In strategy, what are the factors to be considered? There are totally 5 factors in strategy. Can you help me out? First thing is characteristics of engagement. Second thing is reporting requirements. Third is team efforts. Fourth one is results of preliminary engagement activity, P. And resources, nature, timing, extent of resources. Now, most appropriate. Reporting requirements you have to see. Knowledge of the entity, characteristics of engagement. Evidence, characteristics. Volume, nature, extent of substantive procedure. Out of 1 to 5, can you say which of the things have to be considered in establishing strategy? Nature, timing, and extent of substantive procedure. Is it in planning or is it in strategy? Wrapper, FAPper, further audit procedure, all those things, risk assessment procedure, substantive procedure, further audit procedure, all those are planning. It is not in strategy. Whereas this reporting requirements here, knowledge, evidence, transaction, it's all characteristics of engagement, all. So answer is 1, 2, 3, 4, you have to see. 5 is not there. Answer is C. See, put it in your mind, strategy, it is resources, and planning, it is procedure. So SAP is in planning. Okay, may I have a proceed if first question is clear? Question number 1 in MCQ. Okay, put proceed or put Q2, whatever it is, it's fine. Q2? This question we have already done now, so I'm just jumping from that to Q2. MN Associate has sought direct assistance from CA internal auditor. Yay. Internal auditor has stated in the above scenario, advice as to whether he is permitted to do in accordance with the standards. See, just read this. Direct assistance we have sorted. Okay. But which essay has come to your mind? Already it has came. Essay 610. Can we have a recap? Can you seek the direct assistance of internal auditor in all the cases? Answer is no. You can't take the assistance in few cases. May I know which all cases you can't take the assistance? Areas that involve significant, significant judgment or high risk prohibited by law. Then objectivity is affected. There is a threat. In such area, you cannot obtain the assistance. So areas that involve limited judgment, low risk, routine areas, answer is yes, you can take the assist, right? So Blare, just read it with me, and once I finish reading, you should. I will just see the chat box once I finish. I'll raise my head. I want the answer. A, B, C, D. Okay, I'm reading. Read with me. Come on. CA cannot assist. Internal auditor cannot assist MN and associate in assembling the information. However, can seek direct assistance in evaluating the accounting estimates and risk of material misstatement. Cannot ask assistance for evaluating significant accounting estimate and risk of material misstatement. May assist in assembling information. Okay. Cannot ask assistance evaluating the estimates, assessing misstatements, and in assembling the information. ഒന്നിലും ചോദിക്കാൻ പാടില്ല, nothing. ML and associate can ask direct assistance regarding significant estimate, risk of material misstatement, and assembling the information. Makle, rule out the option. First, if you're confused, all look similar. Rule out. Which one you can rule out? Reply with ruling out. Okay. One or two have said rule out. Which one you can rule out? Okay. It's not D. Anything else you can rule out? The direct assistance and risk of material misstatement, this also you can rule out. Now, is it B or C the proper one? A and D you have ruled out. Now, can you say B or C? C says nowhere you can take assistance. B says these two cases, however, see, assembling information means what? He's just collecting information and giving you. So that's just a routine area. He's like helping you. It's just a administrative. It's like a routine aspect. So answer is B. B for boy. So can we proceed to the next one? Okay. Q3. Which of the following statement is appropriately suited in preparation of audit documentation? Audit documentation. Audit documentation. Are yaar, essay 230. Audit documentation has to be prepared simultaneously as the audit progresses. Should be prepared 60 days after the date of audit report when required by a regulator. 60 days after completion of audit work. Here there is an issue, guys. Most appropriate you have to select from this. See, rule out. Now, the best method for MCQ in the exam, which I feel is ruling out. Rule out C. Then which is most appropriate? See, here they say prepared 60 days after. See, essay 230, they said, very good. They have to prepare on a timely basis. Timely basis means up. You know, it has to be prepared then and there. Not later than 60 days, meaning maximum within 60 days. Here they're saying after 60 days. So, all of the best, irukadilla best. Answer is A. Yes, 60 days is for audit file. But whatever it is, they're asking the documentation is also no. But is there any linking with some other essay? What if the documentation is not proper? What will happen to the firm? What will happen to the CA firm? Very good, very good, very good. Their quality control will be affected. So link will go to which standard? You have said very correctly, SQC1. 220A. I think firm system. So better to say it as SQC1. Okay. Okay. Can we go to Q4? Bansal Arora and Co., a CA firm, is currently performing an audit of Wool Limited, a sizable manufacturing company. Bhavesh Bansal, an experienced audit engagement partner, holds the responsibility of ensuring audit engagement aligns with the professional standards, adheres to regulatory requirements, and complies with the legal obligation. His duties encompasses the overall supervision, direction, and final issuance of report. You know, they are saying engagement partner. Then they are saying now, while conducting the audit, engagement team encounters a complex issue pertaining to valuation of inventory. There's a differences of opinion on how to address this matter, resulting in a contentious situation. Which standard came to your mind? Like which topic, which essay, or which chapter? 299? Why this Koliveri? Why this Koliveri? There is no indication of joint audit, no? 501, why? Valuation of inventory. The engagement partner, engagement team. It is essay. Someone said 501, I also wrote. 600? That's principal auditor, another auditor, Pavitra. It is essay 220. There is engagement team, engagement partner, engagement quality reviewer. No, not 300, Makla. What happened to you guys? Come here. Come here. See, essay 220 as well as SQC says about 3%. I'm just revising up. Engagement partner, the person who acts and signs on behalf of the firm is called as engagement partner. Engagement team is the people who do the work. And listed company, there is a third person called as the engagement quality control reviewer who reviews before engagement partner signs. All these are said in quality control standards, which is SA 220 and SQC chapter number 11. Not SA 600. 600 is principal auditor using another auditor. It's not 299 because it is joint audit, more than one auditor. It is not SA 300, which is planning. Makla, are we clear with it? If it is clear, put clear, no? Okay. So guys, so here there is a complex issue. Contentious means difficult issue. There is an issue. How to value the inventory. So what will be done? Let me hear your answer. Then I will rectify if it is wrong. So that way you will also learn. It should be difference of opinion. It should be resolved as per firm's policy. You should obtain management representation. Appropriate consultation should be taken. Communicate the issue to client's management. Makle, rule out, rule out, rule out, rule out. Come on, rule out. See, taking a management representation as per essay 580, written representation is not a substitute. Rule out. Good. Now, just communicating with management, that won't be sufficient. Which is the answer? Whenever there is a difficulty and contentious matter, it should be referred to an expert. When you can't do as per essay 500 and also as per essay 620, management expert, auditors expert, you will go for the consultation. So answer is, come on, answer is. Now guys, I'm just revising the question. What if in the question there is a differences of opinion between engagement partner and engagement quality control reviewer? I'm just revising the question. If that was the case, which would have been the option? Then the answer would have been, Engel answer would have been, it will be resolved as per firm's policy. Answer would have been A. A for apple. So can we go to next one? I've lost the flow up Q5. See, I'm not, I mean, I don't know whether you guys are seeing, last few days I've been putting poll questions in the channel and YouTube as well as in the WhatsApp also. If you have seen, it was a question which I've put there. So it will be a repeat. For those who have not seen, it will be a fresh one. Okay. I'll be putting till for the next, till your inter exam. I mean, next, till next 10 more days. Okay. 10 to 12 days, I'll be putting daily MCQs. So yeah. So for those who have already seen, don't say the answer, let others say. Okay. So, Edda, when big question comes, what did I say? Let others try out. What did I say? You will read from the last. So, last read here. Which of the following is not a substantive procedure? Maclay, substantive audit procedure comprises of which of the things? Substantive audit procedure comprises of two. What are those two, Subhi? CO, D, and substantive analytical procedure. In further procedure, other than substantive procedure, which one they have? TOC. They want which is not substantive. So they want which is TOCLA. Okay, think. See, they want which is not substantive, meaning they want which is TOCLA. Or they want which is wrapper. They don't want substantive. So they want which is TOC. Now, this is just the case study. No need to read it because it doesn't have any content other than the scenario. Can you just try it out? Discuss with the management how percentage are applied. Can you interpret and say discussion with the management? You will get the details about the work in progress. Which procedure is it? Discussing with the management, which procedure? Very good. Test of details. You are going and observing the inventory. Which procedure is it? Is it TOC, Pavitra? Okay, observing the inventory and then considering the reasonableness of assumptions used. But how can it be controls? It's again SAP, a substantive procedure. It's test of details. You're testing. Whenever you're observing, you're getting the details. And then you're checking the reasonable, comparing. It's a substantial analytical itself. I mean, substantive audit procedure itself. Now review variance with actual cost. Standard and actual comparison. Comparison is nothing but analytical. Analytical is a part of SAP. So the answer is C. Now, how it became C? We got through ruling technique. Can you read? See, during the inventory count, verify all percentage of completions are as per ASM's policies. Makla, policies means what? Policies means what? Policies means controls. Whether it meets the control. Isn't it part of test of controls? Ah. How was it? How was it, Josh? All good? So take rest for 2 minutes. The last question, that is with respect to assertion, chapter number 5. With that, done, MCQ. Okay. So take rest for 2 minutes and then say ready. 2 minutes rest. With that, we'll go to the last. It's not MCQ, it's just to test the assertions. I'll give you a few, it's a past exam question. Assertions you have to say. With that, we'll go to the last part, which is descriptive. So take rest for 2 minutes. Okay, always better to use the ruling out technique. Allada, rolling out, isn't it working? So, yeah. So let me know after 1 more minute. Ready, Para? We will go to assertion. One question. Ready? So we are going to the assertions, huh? Assertions. Oh, yeah, assertions, we have been hearing in three places. One, I said chapter number 5, which is items in FS. Is there any other place where you hear about assertions? Very good. In essay 500. Any other place? Yeah, chapter number 3. Chapter number 3, where? Chapter number 3, Pavitra, where? In essay 315. Risk can happen with respect to overall FS and assertion level of A, B, C, D, E. Account balance, class of transaction, and disclosure. Wait, let me just take that question. 1 minute. Can you see the question? Read, Pillare. The past exam question. Name the, it was 1 mark, 5 questions. Name the assertion for the following audit procedure. See, I want you to say specifically which assertion. Okay. Year-end inventory verification. See, inventory year-end verification. Which assertion to be addressed? Very good. It is existence. Depreciation has been charged on all assets. See, depreciation asset. Asset, since they said it is AB. AB means account balance, which is balance sheet item. So depreciation has been charged. In balance sheet amount, you call it as very good valuation. Title deeds of land in balance sheet are held in the name of the company. That was easy, no? Rights. Rights or obligation. But title deeds, when you hear, anything else came to your mind? Yes, Caro clause number 1. That's right. Okay, next one. All liabilities are properly recorded in FS. Yeah, Caro clause number 1 only. Yeah, title deeds. Yeah, all liabilities are properly recorded in FS. Eda, answer is completeness. Eda, if I had cancelled that all, what would have been the answer? Liabilities are properly recorded. Sublakshmi, all liabilities are recorded means nothing is omitted. So completeness. Now, if I cancel that all, it is recorded. Then it would have been no recorded alleda. How it can be obligations recorded? It is shown, presented. How existence Danya? It is shown. So it should be presentation and disclosure. No. See, existence is on the, that's different. See, shown means what? Presentation and disclosure, right? No, here it is completeness. As you guys rightly said, it's completeness. Okay, did you understand that? Related party transactions are shown properly. Oh, I gave you that hint now. Answer is, yeah, presentation and disclosure. Hint, hint, hint. Oh, oh, oh. One more question on assertion. With that, MCQ type is over. We'll go to the descriptive. ABC is engaged in manufacturing the fabrics from yarn purchased from different suppliers. Occasionally, it also manufactures fabrics tailor-made in accordance with requirements of certain mills from yarn received from these mills. ABC raises bills of its labor charges only on mills of converting yarn into fabrics. Auditor tries to ensure that, now comes. Auditor tries to ensure that stock of the company as at the year end do not include stock pertaining to the mills. What assertion they are trying to verify in the above situation? മക്കളെ അതിലെ cut off means endada? Why all are stuck with cut off? Okay, for a change, Vaishnavi is saying current year. See, no. Can I say that in Malayalam and then I'll repeat back in English? See, idonnu Malayalathi vaikada. Tries to verify that as at the year end you leave it. Do not include stock pertaining to that. Avarideana, it belongs to them. It is theirs. Makkala, you are just stuck with this. Kuta, you leave that and you read this. It does not belong to them. It is ours. So it is not cut off. It is rights and obligation. Moreover, they are talking about inventory. So answer is rights and obligations, right, Pillare? I understood you guys were concentrating more on year end. But did you understand? Vaishnavi, you're right. Okay. So guys, yeah, we have done, I think, 7 or 8 MCQ. How do you feel now? Better? You had some recap of few topics. Okay, so take rest. We will go to the last part, which is descriptive. So, all going good? See, all these things, including Sicasa, everything is done with only one intention, which is what? Pass. Nothing less than PASS. When your result comes, it is or it should be pass. As I always say, irrespective of auditing mark, if in auditing, if you get 70, 80, I will be really happy. But in auditing, you got, if other subjects you didn't get, that doesn't make me happy. Okay, I should not be in the Bria. Jealousy padilla, or I should be, first as a faculty and as a student, we always, our eyes will go to that. When the result comes, we always see, we always see the bottom, where it is written those 4 letters, and it should be, it will be, and it should be only pass. So guys, last few days are very, 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 very crucial. And this time auditing in both final and intermediate, we have 3.5 days. I don't know whether you guys saw that schedule which I shared, Kandavada, 3.5 days. Daily I've put a revision plan. Okay. Every chapter you can cover, including items in FS. That also I've said towards the end how to do. So you can follow your own schedule. You need not follow my schedule. But only one request: you try to complete or try to touch every chapter. It's a golden opportunity as far as auditing paper is concerned because of two things. One, 3.5 days is there before the exam. You won't ever get an opportunity like this. One, that's because of election you got for the May exam. Second thing, for those people who have already passed in the, there will be many people who have passed group one. For them, only two papers will be there, auditing and FMSM. So auditing is the first paper. Is there anyone who is appearing only for two groups here? I mean, two papers here? Yes, so auditing is the first paper? Most of you are. So you won't get an opportunity like this ever, Allada. So what do you have to do? If there is an opportunity, we have to seize that opportunity and capitalize on it. Okay, Madhi. So with those words, can we start with the descriptive? Around 6 questions. In the descriptive part, let me say, the questions will be from your RTP, MTP, or your study material only. In the descriptive part, my aim is first, how to identify. Second, how to present. Third, of course, keywords. Give me a minute. 6 questions. With that, we will end the session. Okay. 1 minute. I'll just take the question. Okay. If you want rest, you can rest. Otherwise, you say proceed. PPP. Come on. 3P. PPP. Come on. If all good, let me know. Let's proceed. Okay, life is a race. Run, 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 run. Okay, let's start. Okay. Yeah. I think you can see. Izzet is appointed as the auditor of Beta Private Limited for the year 23-24. There exists an internal audit function in the company headed by CIA, Chief Internal Auditor. CAK valuation of trade receivables of the company is assessed as area of high risk by the auditor. He wants to take direct assistance of CIA, Chief Internal Auditor, of the above matter. Discuss whether it would be proper to assign the accuracy of aging of trade receivables, assign the valuation of accuracy of trading provision of aging receivables. Now, when you hear about the internal auditor in the examination hall, what all will come to your mind? SA 610 will come. Anything else will come to your mind other than SA 610? I'm just saying what all should run through your mind. Caro will come. Caro is like wherever you go, I am here. Hi, that's Caro. Caro clause 14. Anything else? Section 138, even though it's not there in the syllabus in detail. Okay. Here is it Caro is or is it SA 610? Here statutory auditor direct assistant. So it is SA 610. We have already discussed this earlier, so I'm not repeating. External auditor, statutory auditor can seek direct assistance of internal auditor provided he should be under direction, supervision, one more word, direction, supervision and review. However, it cannot be taken in those areas, high risk, significant judgment, threat, prohibited by law, etc. I want you to say, can you take assistance in these two areas, Pullare? Can you take assistance in these two areas? One, checking accuracy of aging. Second, evaluation of provisions. Can you take the assistance in these two areas? Answer is both need APJ. Okay. Both needs judgment. Okay. So you guys are saying both the areas you can't take. Okay. You guys are saying both the areas. Now, say assigning checking the accuracy. Checking of accuracy. Whether it is accurate. Accuracy checking is just a routine area that involves limited judgment. See, Roshan, can you just check it, Mola? Or Mone, you just check it and tell me how is it? It's an area which involves just a routine. It just involves limited judgment. So here you may take it. Whereas here it is provision. Provision is an area that involves significant judgment. So here you can't. Ada, did you understand this? See, checking accuracy is only a routine area. So there you can't. Whereas accuracy is only a area that involves limited judgment. There you can. Whereas in other, you can't. Shall I show you the answer? Wait up, I'll just search and show you. See, this is the presentation format. Okay. Start with a heading. Just say a heading, 3 marks heading. Using the work of, any heading would do, guys. Using the work of internal auditor. Now put a intro para. As per SA 610, external auditor shall not use the direct assistance internal auditors relating to the areas that involve high risk, judgment, etc. Now, in the given case, trade receivable is assigned as an area involved high risk. Therefore, external auditor can assign accuracy. Why? Because limited judgment. Now, however, evaluation is based on aging provision. Therefore, you cannot do. Yes, similar question was there in MTP also. No, I didn't show you that day how to present, no, Roshan. So I'm now showing you how to present also. How to put it, how to frame it, and how to write it. Makle, others, can you acknowledge whether you understood? So here, 3 things, be careful. One, start with the heading, then intro para, then keywords, very important, and you can highlight the keywords too. See, I don't want to discuss because answer you can easily say. But lot of students are complaining, ma'am, we have written, but we are not getting the marks. That's mainly because your answering is not up to the presentation format which ICA need. That's why I'm discussing like this, how to present keywords. So can we continue for the next one? Okay, next one. 1 minute, let me take. One minute. Here. Next question. The management of Exotic Tours and Travels Private Limited requests its auditor Raja and Co. to provide an assurance report on FI, financial information of first quarter. by skipping the required details procedure. Can Raja provide such report? What would be the nature of report? Would it be necessary for them to obtain sufficient and appropriate evidence? Which chapter? What is it? Okay, you have got it right. Chapter number 1. Now, chapter number 1, quarterly report, first quarter. So, which one? It's a review engagement. That's right. It's a review engagement. Can you provide such report? Yes, you can provide report with limited assurance report. Now, do you need to obtain sufficient and appropriate evidence? Even though it is limited assurance, you will perform limited or fewer procedure. Evidence should be sufficient and appropriate only. Now, guys, you have got the keywords. Now, how to present? Form. How do you form? Form the answer. Put a heading, review report. Any heading would do, no separate marks, just the format. Then you will write what are standards on review engagement? SRE, you will write SRE, standards on review engagement, where the chartered accountant or the practitioner gives the review report on interim financials or quarterly financial by performing limited procedure, giving limited assurance by obtaining sufficient and appropriate evidence. Then you will write facts. In the given case, CA Raja quarter. Therefore, Raja can issue a assurance report with limited assurance. However, he should obtain sufficient and appropriate evidence. Makle, did you hear Kanmanis? Did you hear what I said? And I'm not happy with like just saying the answer and going. I'm just saying, I'm more concerned with how to present. I don't know whether Avinash, I forgot his name. He was asking me how to present. Okay. If 1 and 2 clear, okay. Oh, Ashwin, yes. 4 more questions. With that, we will wind up. Can we go to the next one? Third one. Can you read? Messrs. Airlift Limited carrying on the business of passenger transportation by air, running into continuous financial losses as well as reduction in sales due to stiff competition and frequent breakdown of its aircraft. The financial statements of year ended 31st March 23 are now finalized. Management is quite uncertain as to ability to continue in the near and inform the auditors of the matter. It has constituted the committee formed. Till the study is completed, according to the management, it involves uncertainty regarding the going concern, suitably worded and disclosed in the notes. Now state the reporting requirement, if any, in auditor's report. And our first task for the exam is which area? Essay. Which essay? 570. In 570, what is their what they want? Reporting requirement. In reporting requirement, if you take the class notes and see, or if you take the material and see, there are 4 reporting requirements. Going concern appropriate, going concern inappropriate, material uncertainty, management is unwilling. Which case scenario? Going concern is appropriate, but there is a material uncertainty on going concern. Third case. But is it disclosed or not disclosed? Disclosed. Then what you should do? You should add a separate para called as material uncertainty on GC with unmodified opinion. Pillare, Kanmanis, did you understand this? So here I will show you. Okay, I'll show you the answer. Wait. Just start with the heading reporting requirements. Then you'll write the intro para. As per SA 570, going concern. What is going concern? Where going concern adequately disclosed. Then what auditor has to do if adequately disclosed? Draw the attention in a material uncertainty. So auditor will add a separate heading with unmodified. If you want in the next para, you can add in the given case, therefore above will be the reporting requirement. So here there is no conclusion. So you'll explain. You'll put a heading, reporting requirement, then you'll explain. Explanation is the main part. Then you conclude in the given case, airlift, what aircraft? Some aircraft, no? Where is the aircraft? Airlift limited. This is the reporting requirement. That will be the conclusion. But bigile mukyam, keywords is very important. If you write it in your own language, you may not be able to get the mark exactly. 3 questions over. Maybe we can go with 2 more. With that, we'll stop. Maklai, only if you say please, I will go. Why? You should have all the fun. I will also have fun. Only 2 more. Please or nale pogo. Only if you say please, otherwise I won't go. Please sollungada. Please parayu guys. I will come. Tiriganda. Docs Limited, a service provider company engaged in providing courier services to Pan India as well as internationally, has appointed internal auditor Mr. G in accordance with the requirement of Co-Act. The company's annual turnover during the year 300 crores. Business of the company is profitable. Mr. G, the internal audit department of the company, assessing the governance activity, assistance in improving the risk management reviewing. Discuss the reporting responsibility of auditor under Companies Act in relation to internal audit. Earlier also we have said, whenever internal audit comes, CARO 138 section and 610. Here they are asking Companies Act. Companies Act means it's not essay. It's either section 138 or CARO. Here auditors requirement they are asking. 138 is company's requirement. So it's only CARO. Okay, did you understand how we ruled out? Now for 3 marks or 4 marks, what to write? CARO clause number. Which is clause number of CARO of internal audit? 14. That's just 2 point. 2 point. How will you get 3 or 4 marks, Pulare? First, you will start by saying applicability of CARO. I will show you the suggested answer. So you start with the heading. Maklai, format is important. You concluded CARO, but without the format, you won't get 3 or 4 marks. So you'll write the heading, internal audit under Companies Act or CARO. Then you have to write Docs Limited is a business. The name of the company suggests it's not a small company, not a private company, meaning all these are exempted company. So you will state CARO is applicable. This is nothing but applicability of Caro. In Caro, para number 3 of Caro, clause number 14. I said para 3. Clause 14 states, paragraph 3 of clause 14 states, whether company has an internal audit department that commensurate, proportional. Commensurate means proportional. Whether internal auditors report we have considered. Only this is not sufficient. You have to start by writing applicability of. Are we appreciating the format in which you have to present? Okay. Now we are going to the last question. Which one you want? Wait 1 second. I'll take one more question and come. Yeah. Can you see that question? If you have a calculator, let me know what is the answer. Those who have attended the class, they might know. Others? Compute overall audit risk from this. The audit risk. The audit risk is addressed in essay 200. Audit risk cannot be reduced to 0. Then essay 315. Audit risk is inherent risk, control risk, detection risk. There is 40% chances that bills would be defalcated. So what is that 40%? Would be defalcated, susceptibility, vulnerable, prone. That 40% is called as makle what? It is called as the inherent risk, 40. Then, inquiring the same management has assured that internal control can prevent up to 75%. Meaning 75% control can prevent. So control cannot prevent is 25%. So that is control risk. 75% control can prevent. Control cannot prevent is 25%. That is control risk. Now, did you understand? 75% control can prevent. So control cannot prevent is control risk, which is 25%. Then auditor gives him a satisfaction that his procedure can detect up to 60%. So our procedure can detect up to 60%. So what is detection risk? 40%. So audit risk, you remember the formula? Audit risk is equal to IR, CR, DR into 40 into 25 into 40%. So it comes to 4%. That's the answer. So when you present for the exam, start with a heading, then explain what is IR, CR, DR. In the given case, you say what is it. Don't just put a calculation. It's not like accounts or FM, no. Then you'll explain what is IR, CR, DR. Then in the given case, what? Then you say, if you want, you can show the calculation and then you will. Are we clear? So for the auditing exam also, you will go with the calculator. So there are questions in MTP also with respect to bank audit provision calculation. Okay. So that's it, guys. So we started with integrated MCQs. Then we came to MCQ and last descriptive. I was not spending time on discussing, but I was more spending time on presentation and how to write. Because integrated and secular, we are already discussing the concepts. So yeah, so that's it from my side. So if you want any further thing, you can message me for the doubts. So only one thing, as I've already said in between, there is nothing less than pass. When your result comes, I'm waiting, your parents are waiting, lot of people are waiting, your friends are waiting. So make all of them proud, leave all of them, just think about yourself. Okay, you have to make yourself proud, be a winner and nothing less than pass. So, guys, shall we wrap it up if you don't have any other thing? So it's already 9:50 past. So I hope the session was useful in some way or the another. And you guys were so wonderful. Thank you for your support and constant reply. And yeah, anytime you can message me, and I'll continue doing the poll questions and all those things till the May 10th or so, till the exam. So that's it, guys, and thank you for Sicasa for this session also. So that's it. Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, we from Sicasa Trivandrum, we thank you for all your time and effort which you take for us CA students. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, thanks a lot. Yes, thank you. Okay. So end date.